Hello everyone. Today in trigonometry we are going to see the topic sign convention. Previous lecture I explained about measurement of angle, that units of measurement also were introduced, how to convert from one unit to another, and mainly two units were there. One was radian and other was degree. Now next topic will be sign convention. What does it mean? Let me tell you. Sign convention means how a function behaves by sign in different quadrants. I will explain. If we draw the quadrants here, 4 quadrants, then if I consider this to be the zero angle, then you see if with the zero angle at first when we reach here, so this becomes 90 degree. This much angle is 90 degree. 0 to this position it is 90 degree. X by axis we can say. Now all the angles which we have seen earlier in 10th standard, like it was after 0 30 degree, then 45, then 60, and then comes 90. We see that all these angles lie in first quadrant only. You can see its a position as I want to explain actually from 0 position when terminal arm start rotating. So first it will approach a 30 degree, then will become 45, then 60 and 90 and so on. So the main concept in the beginning I said that we have to see what is the nature of function beyond the 90 degree. That for that actually we are preparing. Okay. So first of all we should see that we have got the knowledge from angles 0 to 90. Okay. So what happens when an angle is drawn beyond 90, like any obtuse angle? This is an obtuse angle. For sure this terminal arm now takes the position in second quadrant. What happens when we make an angle which is reflex, means more than 180? This is an angle more than 180. Don't forget here, I want to remind you that the positive direction of angle, we always take anti-clockwise direction. So I'm just discussing anti-clockwise direction only. Okay. Maybe angle goes beyond this position. So what is this position? Let's think. This is 90 plus 90, 180 plus 90, 270 plus 90, 360, a complete angle. What happens when angle comes somewhere here? All these things we have to discuss, but before that, the most important thing is sign convention. We should see sign convention as this is the first quadrant. So in first quadrant, the sign convention rule says that sine and cos and tan and so on, all trigonometric ratios, all trigonometric functions are positive here. That is why when we see the table in 10th standard from 0 to 90, for all the specific angles, all functions value is positive. You can check it. Okay. So all are positive here from 0 to 90 means in first quadrant. Okay. When we go beyond 90 till 180 means second quadrant I am speaking. Here my intention to speak about quadrant, let me tell you, is actually this first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. I am speaking quadrant wise. Okay. So now when we go beyond 90 but below 180 in second quadrant, only sine and cosec are positive. Keep in mind this relation. Why we find? Because sine and cosec are reciprocal of each other. Next, beyond 180, as soon as we go here, we find tan and cot. This is in third quadrant, the nature of function. Tan and cot, these two are positive. And in fourth one, beyond 270, only cos and sec, these two are positive. Now I have written here sine and cosec are positive, so for sure other functions are negative in the second quadrant. In third quadrant, like tan and cot are positive, so rest of them are negative. Here cos and sec are positive. It shows that rest of the functions are negative. Now let's think of it. Here I said all positive. So I see that sine and cosec are positive in first and second quadrant, but they are negative in third and fourth quadrant. You can see the nature. Tan and cot are positive in first and third quadrant, but negative in second and fourth quadrant. Okay, and cos and sec, this group, this is positive in first and fourth quadrant, but rest second and third, these are negative. So this way we conclude one thing, that any function you pick, that will be positive in two quadrants and rest quadrants that will be negative. Okay, its nature. Now to keep in mind, there are different types of abbreviations which are introduced here. Like first quadrant value is written as A, second quadrant value we write S. S stands for sine. So from sine we will keep in mind that it's reciprocal also. The nature of reciprocal of sine also will go like sine only. So S stands for sine here. In third quadrant we write T. T stands for tan, and obviously it's a reciprocal cot. And last fourth quadrant we put C. C stands for cos, and it's reciprocal sec. Okay, from cos we can remind ourselves it is sec also, the same nature. So quadrant wise if I follow the pattern, so abbreviation becomes ASTC. ASTC. Either you keep in mind this way only. Different types of full forms are made so that the students can keep in mind easily. Here it's written as all schools to college. You can see the initials, first letter only of each, and you can copy down. All schools to college. Next is all silver tea cups. This also can be said, and you can make your own also. You can make your own also. Here we see that mainly is ASTC. This will all sine, tan, and cos. This is the sequence of the positivity of the trigonometric functions we have to keep in mind. This only is a sign convention. Okay. Now this is associated with the nature of function. Next we are going to see how this affects the nature of function in different quadrants. Let's see. Now the explanation of sign convention can be taken with the help of one equation. This is a question from 10th standard only. You have seen such questions, but with change we are having. Sin theta is given 1/5. Theta is given in second quadrant. This symbol, if you have not seen, actually this symbol comes from the chapter sets and the relation function. If you have not seen, let me tell you, it means theta lies in second quadrant. This symbol is known as belongs to. Maybe you have not seen. This theta belongs to second quadrant. What does it mean? That angle which we are talking about here is theta. This lies in second quadrant. Obviously, this is obtuse angle. Then find other t functions, that is other trigonometric functions. We need to find a value. So till it's this condition is not given, then it is convenient. No problem is there. Everyone can do that. But what happens when such a condition is given? Then we have to take help of sign convention. In this case, what we do, we know that this is sine theta. This is equal to 1/5. So obviously by formula, we know this is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So we will consider these to be P and H respectively. And base can be obtained by Pythagoras theorem as h square minus p square will be 25 minus 1. It comes root 24. As soon as we get base, now we can find out other functions also. Next, you see, if I want to find cos theta as we know that it is b upon h. B, it's root 24, h is given 5, but we know that theta lies in second quadrant. Now we have to be careful about sign convention. A, S, T, C. Theta is in second quadrant. It shows that only sine and cosec, reciprocal of sine. Sine and cosec, these will be positive, rest are negative. So for sure cos is negative. So we have to directly write minus root 24 by 5 and put here, since theta belongs to second quadrant. One time you write the condition so that this sign change will be helpful. Okay. Next, tan theta. Now obviously if tan theta also we are discussing here in second quadrant, so this will be negative. Reason? Because in second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. So tan theta is p upon b. The same method, no change in method I am doing. P is what? 1, base we have obtained as root 24, but we have to put with minus sign. Reason will be same. And at first sine cos tan, as we know these are main functions, others can be obtained by finding the reciprocals. Cosec will remain as it is, cosec theta will remain as it is positive like sine. It was 1 by 5, so this will become 5 upon 1 or only 5 you can say. Sec theta is reciprocal of cos, yes, no doubt sine will be negative of sec, so this will be minus 5 by root 24, and cot is reciprocal of tan with minus sign, we can get minus root 24. So this way we find 6 function, but now there is some advancement in the concept that we have to go according to quadrant. Okay, whatever be the quadrant, then we have to see the situation. One more question we will see to understand it better. Now in second example, we have got the values of sin theta. One angle symbol is given theta, sin theta is 3 by 5. Cot phi, the different one, is given 1 upon 2. Now, maybe this is a new thing for you. It's given theta lies between pi by 2 and pi. What does it mean? Let me tell you. When we talk about the standard angles means angles which lie on axis. So one was 0 degree. In previous lecture, I have told you how to convert them to radian. So 0 degree remains 0 radian. Now when we come to 90 degree this position, this in radian is written as pi by 2. When we talk about 180 degree, so in terms of radian, obviously it is pi. This one is 270 degree. It's denoted as 3 pi by 2 in terms of radian. And when we complete 360 degree here, this is equal to 2 pi radian. So we find one thing here in standard angles actually can be written in terms of radian, and we have to keep in mind. Now when theta is given lying between pi by 2 and pi, means it lies between pi by 2 and pi, means this range. It shows that we have to keep in mind pi by 2 and pi, this is actually second quadrant. Theta is in second quadrant. Accordingly we will change the sign. Phi, it lies between pi and 3 pi by 2. It shows that this is in third quadrant. Okay, so we will see the nature of functions accordingly. Question says that according to the given condition, find the value of 8 tan theta minus root 5 sec phi. Now we do not need all the functions, we need only tan theta and sec phi, but obviously we have to take help of Pythagoras theorem in both cases, since sin theta, this is given 3 by 5. Okay, now we need tan theta. So for this, first of all, this will be p perpendicular, this is hypotenuse, so base obviously this is h square minus p square root, that it becomes 16, root will be 4. So therefore we can find tan theta, this will be p upon b, perpendicular upon base, it comes to 3 upon 4, but we have to see the position. Theta is in second quadrant, so you can write here minus sign. Reason, theta belongs to second quadrant. Yes, you can write, you can mention second quadrant if it is given in the form of inequality, doesn't matter. This also is a way to express the position of angle, or you can directly write this is in second quadrant. So we've got tan theta to be minus 3 by 4. Next we are going to find sec phi with the help of cot phi. Since cot phi, it's given 1 upon 2, and we can check phi lies in third quadrant. Cot and tan are positive over there, that's why it is positive value. Okay, so we will consider this to be b and p, as this is reciprocal of tan and ratio. We know that b base upon perpendicular, so with the help of these we will find hypotenuse. Pythagoras theorem, p square plus b square means 4 plus 1, it comes root 5. As soon as we get hypotenuse, we can find sec phi here. sec phi, this will be h upon b. If you don't know reciprocal of cos, b upon h is cos, so h upon b is sec. Okay, now sec phi we have obtained, but we know that phi lies in third quadrant where only tan and cot are positive. That's why sec will result as a negative value. So we will put the value h as root 5. B base was 1 with minus sign. Root 5 you can say here. Why minus? You can say 5 belongs to third quadrant. So this way we obtain the value of sec phi and also of tan theta. Now we can find the value of expression. Therefore, 8 tan theta minus root 5 sec phi is 8 into tan theta, means minus 3 by 4 minus root 5 into minus root 5. Evaluating 4 ones are, it becomes 2s are, so minus 6. Root 5 with minus sign and other also root 5, the product will be plus 5 and the result is minus 1. We have obtained the value of the expression as minus 1. So we find one thing that wherever such a condition is needed, you are assigned one condition that the angle lies in particular quadrant other than first quadrant. As we know, in first quadrant all are positive, all functions are positive, but in rest of the quadrants their nature may change. So that's why whenever such a condition is given, then we have to be alert. Otherwise we are following the same conventional method only from 10th standard to find the value of functions. Only change we are having is sign according to quadrant. Okay, I hope you have understood the sign convention. Now we will see next. Now as next question I have taken, prove that under root 1 minus sin theta upon 1 plus sin theta is equal to, now is equal to, we are given two values, not a single. Its simplification, we are given two forms. One will be sec theta minus tan theta on the condition if theta lies between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. This I will explain. Next value is minus sec theta plus tan theta if theta lies between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. Here I guess that we may have a problem. Students may face one thing. What is this minus pi by 2 if we haven't seen ever? Okay. Now let me show you that. What does it mean? We should take help of quadrants. Here I have written minus pi by 2. We know that pi by 2 is a 90 degree. It's 90 degree positive. Okay. You can write here 90 degree. If I go anti-clockwise, minus pi by 2, as in the beginning I explained, negative angles mean obviously we are going to clockwise direction. So from 0 we need to take 90 degree clockwise direction, means this position minus pi by 2. So if I take 90 degree in negative direction, so this will overlap with this y-axis in negative direction, or obviously. Now, what is the sense of theta lies between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2? Means theta lies either in this quadrant, fourth quadrant, or theta lies in first quadrant. It means if it has covered, if it has traveled from minus 90 to 90, it shows that theta lies either in this fourth quadrant or first quadrant. Similarly, pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. If I go to this pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, I find this is pi by 2. Now, both angles are positive. So, this much is pi by 2. And what was 3 pi by 2? It was 270 degree at the same position. 3 pi by 2. If separately you draw, this is pi by 2, 90 degree. And 3 pi by 2, it's a 270 degree positive. 90 means this much, and 3 pi by 2 means this position is standard angle, which we have earlier discussed. But basically, it says that theta lies between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, means either this will be minimum value will be either pi by 2, this will be moving towards 3 pi by 2, and this will cover two quadrants. Now it covers this second quadrant and third quadrant in this condition, second condition. how to interpret. This will help us out when we will simplify. This expression we need to simplify, and this you have done in earlier classes also. Very common method was there to rationalize. Okay, what we do, we will take help of one identity here. We know that sine square theta plus cos square theta, this is 1. Shifted that side. So cos square theta, this is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. This one, all 10th standard students know very well. Okay, this we can apply anywhere. Now, we are having the expression under root of 1 minus sine theta upon 1 plus sine theta. What we have to do? Rationalizing the denominator, this can be written as 1 minus sine theta multiplied to numerator and in denominator also. So the result is under root 1 minus sine theta whole square, the bracket is repeated, and below we get 1 minus sine square theta. A plus b, a minus b, below here we have applied, and above 1 minus sine theta whole square. Now this whole square with root can be cancelled out. Numerator can be written as 1 minus sine theta. But in denominator we will find it is under root 1 minus sine square theta, so will be written as cos square theta. Now this root cos square theta, as we know, previously we eliminate this square and square root. We get the answer cos theta, but now according to our concept, our knowledge, cos theta may be negative also, because we have seen that beyond 90 degree angle, and this angle we have seen beyond 90 degree. This previous class we used to see only in first quadrant from 0 to 90, so that's why cos or sine any under root square that comes to be always positive. Okay, but from this year now, here we see that theta may be beyond 90 degree, means function may be negative also. So how we do? This cos theta may be negative or positive, so that's why how we have to solve. Let me explain. Case 1. Case 1 is if theta lie between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 means minus 90 and 90. So I have already told you it is in first quadrant and fourth quadrant. Where? First and fourth. Theta lies in first and fourth quadrant. So obviously here, what will be the nature of cos in first and fourth? In these two quadrants it is positive. ASTC, once again you can apply ASTC. All are positive, here cos and sec are positive. So in first and fourth, since cos is positive, so we will write here, therefore under root cos square theta will result as cos theta only. Okay, now therefore we can write 1 minus sine theta upon this is done cos theta can be written as this cos theta can be separated in two terms, writing 1 upon cos theta minus sine upon cos theta. 1 upon cos terms, sec theta, this will become tan theta. Now you can see we have obtained the value according to first condition. Okay, case 2. If I take case 2, I find if, what is case 2? Theta lies in pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. We have seen earlier pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 we cover second and third quadrant. In second and third, what is the nature of cos? In both of these it is negative. ASTC, here sine is positive and cosec is positive. In third quadrant tan and cot are positive, that's why cos is negative in both of them. So that's why we write root cos square theta will be opened negative. It will turn negative. So therefore 1 minus sine theta upon root cos square theta will turn as minus cos theta in denominator, and this we will separate. Minus cos theta will be written here as 1 upon minus cos theta, and minus sine divided by minus cos will be plus sine upon cos, and we will get here minus sec theta plus tan theta, the same thing. So this way we have proved and utilized the concept of sign convention. I hope this concept is very much clear to you. Thank you.